Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager. This is their part number 477S-N-MIL. This is a bump-up style threshold, or bumper style they call it. Very typical and very common type of door threshold that you're going to see, well, on in-swing type doors would be very appropriate to have something like this. And a lot of people like a bumper style threshold because it gives you such a positive seal as a result of the door literally closing up against the insert, which in this case is the end is going to stand for neoprene, a synthetic rubber, a very durable piece of insert material. If you were to substitute the N in the part number for V, you would get vinyl. S is for silicone, and W is for pile, and all of them have their advantages. Quickly, if cost is most important, go with V for vinyl. Regular high performance all the time, N, neoprene, great. Silicone would be best if you had extreme high temperatures, like you would see on the top of a roof in the south of a power plant. Silicone is better with a temperature extreme. Pile is really good if you have the need to be able to seal that bottom where your door face is not going to be making continual standard contact with the face of this. If your door is literally warped in such a way at the bottom where when it's making tight contact with the face of the seal down here, but you're going to be shy 1/8 of an inch, you might want pile, because that material will be more forgiving down here where it has to be highly compressed. So that could be an application for pile. Regular all the time, good high performance, neoprene is a great choice. A little less pliable than silicone, but nonetheless, a very good choice. So 477S is representative of the profile of this item, and let's take a look at the dimensional properties. According to the drawing, it's 5-inch wide, and that it's 1/2 of an inch overall height, which makes it handicap compliant. 1/8 of an inch down here. So if you've got a undercut of your door that's about 1/4 inch, this is going to work out really well for you. The MIL in the part number, that means mill finish. This is what the aluminum looks like when it comes extruded from the mill, and that's why they call it mill finish. You can also order it in a dark bronze, which would be a DBA from DBA. If you changed DBA for MIL, you would get dark bronze, and then GLD is gold. Okay, there's a link below this video to a document called Product Catalog that will allow you to review this and other associated products to a bumper or bump-up style threshold. Some ramps are there as well. Probably going to see this in a residential application, certainly commercial as well, but that really small undercut will be atypical for some commercial applications, except maybe if something occurred in the flooring condition that you now no longer have a standard type of undercut. You might need something smaller, but still want the advantages of a bump-up. The bump-up threshold is great because if your door swings in, it's going to make contact, or your seal is going to be on the exterior of the opening. I think it would be a great idea for you to add to this opening an automatic door bottom that will give you a seal right here approximately, and then you're sealed here as well. If the door happens to be outswing, well, that's okay. You're going to definitely want to add either a door shoe, a door sweep, something out here to seal against here. You'd really want to prevent the intrusion in the farthest point outside, I would think, in the exterior as possible. So out here as well would be a great idea. The size 5-inch is going to be very typical and common when it comes to a lot of different, constructions of frames. Typical wood frames, typical hollow metal frames. 5-inch is very compatible. Regardless of where you're going to use it, if the dimensional properties of the threshold solve the problem, that's great. That's all there is to it. So there's a product catalog that's handy as we went over. There's also a link to a product brochure, which is really the same document. Listed in the website in lots of different lengths. You can order this item from 2 foot to 8 foot from within our website. You can order longer than 8 foot. We just don't list it because the cost to transport something longer than 8 foot is generally prohibitive. But reach out to us. We can help you with a 10 foot or a 12 foot length, whatever you might need in that regard. Now, if you have need for a custom length, order the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. The reasoning is if you had to take this 36-inch piece and cut it down to, say, 30-inch, you'd eliminate that countersink that's there. And speaking of that countersink, screws are included in a complementary finish. So you'd be stuck drilling another hole after cutting it, and then your centers would not be uniform on the item. So if you ordered or needed a custom length, that's fine. Order the next longest piece. We'll cut it to length. We'll give you that countersunk or that dimple at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Hager products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And the name Hager is, well, I mean, their namesake is Hager Hinge, so they're quite synonymous with hinges. But they basically provide everything for the opening. The hinges, the door closers, the lock sets, the exit devices, the weather stripping, everything except the door and frame, it seems. If you have any questions on the Hager 477S-N-MIL bump-up style threshold or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.